Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your monthly reading for May 2024. This is for Pisces and Pisces rising, and we're going to jump right into it. Pisces, this is the month. We're here. May 2024, the best and luckiest month of the year. This is a month where you could feel that your dreams are coming true, your wishes are coming true. You could meet your soulmate. You could feel like you just got the golden buzzer. There's so many. I mean, this is a truly auspicious month. And it's not the best and luckiest month just because the best and luckiest day of the year happens to be in May. There are so many aspects that are, one, rare. Many that happen once a year that just all happen to fall in May as well. It is truly nice. And you know that your life is already changing. Coming after those eclipses, coming after the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, where I said you're still going to feel it, right? Because there's going to be a lot more that follow that, all right? So there is definitely, I want you to think of those aspects as like a slingshot. Right? And now you're in the month that you need to be in. This is going to be, for many of y'all, very life-changing. And the biggest day, of course, would be May 18th when the sun conjuncts Jupiter, the once-a-year aspect. So it happens every year, okay? Happens every year in a different sign. And it's on May 18th, okay? So we always look forward to when the sun conjuncts Jupiter. Now, this is when you could feel like you're holding the Sorcerer's Stone. Or maybe, you found the Holy Grail, or, there's a lot. I mean, this is going to be really exciting because not only is this happening on May 18th, the luckiest day of the year, on the same day, Venus will conjunct Uranus. Oh my diddly days. This is when, so Venus, obviously love, relationships, but money as well, okay? And Uranus, a planet of breakthroughs and surprises and the unexpected. So this is truly like you could meet your soulmate. You can, if you're single. I mean, and Venus is also money, right? So there's so many things that could happen, but the fact that this rare aspect is happening on the same day as Jupiter conjuncts the sun, you see how it just increases your odds. So really nice. And just to give you some perspective, last year, so the last time Jupiter's conjuncted the sun was April 11th, 2023. Think about what happened for you around that time. Obviously, every Pisces is going to feel it differently. Every Pisces has a different birth chart. But just to give you perspective and a reference, for me last year, that was the week that I not only got a promotion at my full-time job, but I also got a raise that was more than I had asked for. So that's just an example, okay? But you, again, remember, we have Venus conjuncting Uranus on the same day, so it's going to be very different from last year. Now, another day that I want you to mark down is May 7th, the new moon in Taurus. The reason why this new moon is special, and unlike any other new moons that we've recently had, is because, sure, it's a new moon in Taurus, but Jupiter, Uranus, the sun, Venus, they're all in Taurus at this point. So you see how they're amplifying the energy of this new moon. New moons, new beginnings, new cycles, new opportunities. Remember to set intentions. You got to put your energy out there. This is going to be one for the books. This is going to be a really nice one. And it actually has this amazing harmonious link to Saturn, okay? Saturn's in your side, you know that. So definitely put your energy out there. This is a really great new moon. And, Mercury will be moving into Taurus on the 15th. It's on the 15th. So from the 15th to the 23rd, you've got 5 planets in Taurus, okay? So Taurus rules your third house. Third house is communication. It's researching. It's writing projects, big writing projects. It's also learning new things. All right, knowledge, gaining knowledge. It's siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors, as well as short distance travel. There could be something here for y'all, but it is definitely a lot of exciting opportunities to come about. Now, on May 23rd, we have the full moon in Sagittarius. So Pisces, if you saw my annual forecast, the 2020 forecast I did for you, you would remember that I had said this is my favorite full moon of the year. And here we are. Now, this full moon, which is ruled by, Jupiter, first of all, so a lot of optimism here. This is going to be really big for you. And I feel like this is where you're going to see a lot of big changes around this time, all right? Because, especially if you're here for career, because this full moon in Sagittarius rules your 10th house of career, okay? Now, if you're not here for career, what are you exerting all your energy into that you want to be known for, okay? Because the 10th house is also fame, it's public recognition, it's honors, achievements, social status, it's all that fun stuff, okay? So there are definitely, this is a great one. Sagittarius has that element of freeness and freedom and very, spirited one. But let me tell you why this is such, other than that, let me tell you why this is a big full moon. Are you ready? Venus is moving into Gemini, okay? Venus will be conjuncting Jupiter. Venus will be conjuncting Jupiter, which is the second best day of the year. Okay. And that one's arguable. There's a few days that are on par that I personally am like, I can't decide. But just know that it's in the top 3 of the year. Venus conjuncting Jupiter, that's the 2 benefic planets getting together to say, oh, what can we do for Pisces to make their life even more special? I mean, this is huge. And then you've got Venus sextiling Neptune and then Jupiter sextiling Neptune, an aspect that hasn't happened since 2020. And it will not happen again until 2033. I mean, rare. And we'll talk about it later. This one's it's so spiritually moving. And Neptune, as you know, is in your sign too. You are definitely going to feel these. Now, on May 25th, Jupiter officially moves into Gemini. Now, this is the first outer planet changing signs this year. This is huge. Jupiter hasn't been in Gemini in 12 years, okay? And so Gemini rules your 4th house. So you see, you're having a big transition into your domestic sector. So Jupiter is moving into your 4th house. Parents, children, home, real estate, anything that has to do with family, anything that has to do with things that are going on at home, maybe renovating places, maybe buying real estate, maybe opening up a vacation rental. So, there is just Jupiter, the planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity, expansion, is moving into your 4th house. So this is going to be a big deal. A lot of y'all are going to be moving. A lot of y'all are going to be moving into your dream homes, into, possibly moving into in with people. I mean, maybe getting roommates. There's so much here. And know that Jupiter will be in Gemini for the next year, okay? Not the end of the year, a full year, okay? June 2025. So out of all the signs, you have all that Jupiter, all that good fortune, good luck, expansion in your 4th house. So definitely really big. And Jupiter in Gemini is just, just get ready to see your world is going to expand. And it is a very social, Gemini is very social. You could be a lot more social now. Definitely a lot more mentally stimulated, especially with, Gemini. But we'll talk about it later. A lot of curiosity, a lot of exploring new things, curious about new things. I really like this for you. I absolutely like this for you. And on the same day, Venus is going to trine Pluto. I mean, May 25th is one for the books. I mean, this is Venus trining Pluto has that smoldering intensity to it. It is just very, 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 very. And when it comes to relationships, your passions, intimacy, there's a lot. It really is a lot of sexual energy too. If you're here for that, okay, just letting you know. All right, so just remember, Venus will be in Taurus until May 23rd, and then Mars is going to be in Aries. Like I said, your last reading all month long. Okay, all month long. You are definitely going to feel that. That is like a bullet train. That's a bullet train, okay? It's in your 2nd house of income, money, salary. When I say set intentions and put your energy out there, make things happen, you will feel so driven, okay? A lot of y'all could be really driven to make a lot more money. 2nd house also, if you're not here for money at all, 2nd house is also self-worth, self-value. So a lot of confident energy that I really love about this. So let's go ahead and get started. Remember, if you are new to my channel, after I do your spread, I break it down week by week. Okay, pull out more cards, so stick around. There's a lot happening. I haven't even talked about the sun conjuncting Uranus or the sun trining Pluto. There's so many aspects this month that are all so nice. And then I do leave all the key astrological descriptions, or key astrological dates in the description box. All right, so Pisces, let's get started. Again, this is for Pisces and Pisces rising. And if you want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, you are absolutely welcome to. Pisces, let's do it. Let's get started. See what's going on for you for May 2024, the best and luckiest month of 2024. Pisces. All right, so Pisces, let's see. So I do a traditional Celtic raw spread. Really does offer the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Pisces, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you're having a great month. And listen, like, you are definitely going through changes. There are so many changes that are happening. You could even be getting a lot more spiritually driven as well. There's going to be a lot of Pluto conjunctions. There's going to be a lot of Pluto aspects this month, okay? Remember, Pluto moved into Aquarius for the next 20 years in your 12th house. Spirituality and healing and mindfulness and hidden things. Anyway, let's do it. Yeah, you're good. You're good. This is going to be a month. Oh my goodness. You got changes happening. You got big old changes happening. Wow. All right. So I hope you're excited. You're good. You're out. You can see that you got some big things happening. You have the 10 of Cups. Now, very, very interesting. This is a Pisces card too. And so the 10 of Cups is, satisfaction, it's enjoyment, it's happiness, it's happy everything. You see the happy family, the happy couple, the happy kids. You see the only rainbow in tarot, indicating this promising future. All these cups aligned in that rainbow, a lot of enlightenment. Now, this is just really, really nice. So there is some great things already happening for you. But I'm getting the sense of this really big shift again, because, 10 is the end. And so the 10 of Cups coming up in your recent past, moving straight into the 9 of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. What did I say about money? Money matters being a thing for you. I mean, there's going to be some focus there. This is complete abundance. This is a lot of enlightenment, a lot of, there's going to be a lot of like feeling free energy, especially with, Uranus at play, a lot of conjunctions with Uranus, and that really amplifies that freeness, that freedom. But hey, come on. Look at her harvest. This is really, really, really nice. And, this card is, you can see the symbol of Venus all over her gown, okay? Venus, love, relationships. There could be matters in that where you just feel really good. You just feel really great. Again, this is someone who is a lot of enlightenment in this card, a lot of self-sufficiency, a lot of not having to worry about money anymore, having to worry about this or that. You're absolutely great. You're absolutely great. This is really, really nice. What's really interesting is when I'm looking at your spread here, so 9 of Pentacles is attributed to Venus and Virgo, right? And so you actually got the Hermit in your challenge area, and the Hermit is Virgo. So really interesting energy, because Virgo does rule your 7th house, okay? So partnerships and relationships, and it can work either way. It can be, if it resonates with you for career, it could be career related. It could be your boss. It could be a colleague. It could be, your partner and career, or it could be love, romance related. But definitely spend that time exploring it on your own, because it's the Hermit who does this deep soul searching in your challenge area. So remember, have that connection this month. Really do that deep diving if you need to. Pluto will be going retrograde, which really helps, and it softens that intensity that Pluto does bring. But again, we'll talk about that later. But this is just very, very, very nice. I don't know if you know this, but you know how the North Node is in Aries and the South Node is in Libra right now until the end of the year? Well, you know that the North Node and South Node are moving into the Virgo Pisces axis next year. And so really interesting, really, really interesting. But of course, we'll talk about that next year. But it's just showing, again, this big shift that you're going through, Justice in your crown. Speaking of Libra, by the way, justice attributed to Libra. Really nice. Okay. There is a sense of almost like you may be asking a lot of questions this month. Am I doing the right thing? Is this the right thing to do? But it seems like there's more of like you moving. When I say take action this month, it seems like you really, really got to do that, because it's this, justice is highly associated with karma. You've got a lot of stuff happening in your 12th house, and you are just natively intuitive energy, natively intuitive, and there's a lot of intuitive energy that's happening this month with a lot of these aspects. So there could be this, a lot of feeling driven spiritually in terms of the things that you want to do, and taking action for it, and just cutting things that you don't need in your life at this point to allow all these amazing, divine moments to happen for you this month. Especially, actually, I'm going to point something out here. You can see the judge sitting there, the little white shoe sticking out from underneath the robe. It really is, sure, actions have consequences. The white shoe here is reminding you of like the spiritual consequences. Remember, I said it's a very highly associated card with karma. Okay, so there could be a lot of that happening in your mind. There could even be some legal matters on your mind this week where you're just like, I want justice to be served. I want this, but I'm also getting some contract energy as well. Wouldn't be surprised. Again, remember, you have so many powerful aspects in Taurus in your third house. Okay, so communication and right, all of those matters. But there is a sense of like what you're going to be doing this month will bring you that balance that you need. And then boom, Ace of Wands on the root of your spread. I mean, boom, boom, boom. Things are happening for you. Things are happening for you for sure. There are definitely going to be some new beginnings, especially because you're really pushing for that too. Ace of Wands in the root of your spread. You can see the leaves sprouting from the wand. So it's really just think about these seeds that you're planting. All right, seeds that you're planting. You can't wait for them to grow. There's it's the hand of spirit here. Aces usher in new change, new beginnings, new opportunities, just this richness, and I really love it. Wands are your passions, okay? Ideas that you have, creativity, but it's just again, wands are just so enlivening. There's this really just fun, enlivening spirit this month, and wands are highly associated with like career, enterprise, whatnot, and work as well. So yeah, there is definitely something I would not be surprised that is already happening for you. Things that are in motion, especially when we get to that new moon in Taurus. But even this month, like from the get-go, I mean, we have like Mars sextiling Pluto. We'll talk about that, but here we go. You got the Hangman in your future. You're good. You're ready for this transformation. You're ready for this transformation. Remember what I said with the Justice card, how the judge here holds the sword straight to the sky, by the way. I mean, we're talking true perception, being honest with yourself as well, about a lot of things. Well, now you have the Hangman in your future, which is just very, very amazing. The Hangman is attributed to the planet Neptune. As we know, Neptune is in your sign. So really having this vision for your future, imagining this future that you want for yourself, and making all the necessary changes for that, okay? Preparing for these big changes. And that also means letting things go, okay? Letting things go that aren't serving you well. But you're about to, there's a, speaking of enlightenment, you have it across your cross here. You see the halo around his head and the smile on his face. So it's almost like you're really excited for these big changes to happen in your life, okay? And it could be in your physical world, even spiritually based, but you're definitely going through changes. Let's get to your stuff. Pisces, oh my goodness, y'all. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, all that fun algorithm stuff, and leave comments. Let me know what's going on. Tell me what's going on. I'm excited for you and your big changes. And oh yeah, you're okay. You're gonna love May. Well, May, not me. Well, okay, you can love me too, but you're gonna love May. You got the Knight of Wands. You're good. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. You have the Knight of Wands. All right, so yeah, you are definitely gonna feel that drive. You're gonna feel that just let me go after the things that I want. Nothing's going to stop me now. I got this. Remember, I said a lot of y'all are going to be traveling too. Did I say that earlier? A lot of y'all are going to be traveling. But, with the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands actually is associated with travel as well. But really like more about like the journey. Now, here's the thing. It's the Wands, okay? Knights are fire and Wands are fire as well. So it's double fire. It's really like feeling that like
remember I said that just drive, that passion, and really just going for a very transformative energy with the Knight of Wands, by the way. So definitely know that there's going to be a lot of movement this month. Now, you have the Eight of Cups. How interesting is this? Oh my goodness. So another card that's saying you're going to be leaving things behind. You're going to be making these major steps moving forward. All right. Now, what's really interesting is, remember I said the Hanged Man attributed to Neptune, okay? Neptune being in your sign. Well, the Eight of Cups is attributed to Saturn in Pisces. All right. So very, very interesting. Definitely you are definitely moving into a place where you're just a lot more comfortable being you, doing what you do. And that confidence of leaving things behind because you know there are better things for you out there. There is some big things that are going to be happening. And there could be things that are leaving you as well, but in a way where it's almost like necessary to. And that could be something that you may find like a little bittersweet, but at the same time, there's all this energy of like, well, remember, if I said with the Nine of Pentacles, there's that sense of independence and feeling free. So it's almost like it works all in your favor. And this is just really, really nice, but definitely go within, have that moment to go within. Seems like that's all you want. You have the High Priestess. Hello, this is all about going within. Very spiritual card, very like intuitive, being in touch with your intuition, listening to your inner voice, being in touch with your higher self, being in touch with your superconscious. I mean, this is absolutely amazing, absolutely divine. The High Priestess, she only comes out when she's like, listen, go within, go within. That's, you have to really go within if you want to, have that great perspective in like your physical realm, like your physical world. Like it's a good balance, but I love this for you. This is just very nice, and it's just affirming everything that I'm saying. And then lastly, Page of Wands and your final outcome. I mean, things are happening for you. Things are happening for you. You're definitely compelled by something new. You want to pursue something new, and I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised coming after, like I said, all those big aspects, and then even those like Mars conjuncting Saturn or something. That could have been something that really fueled you, and then even Mercury retrograde. That was like a really deep Mercury retrograde, where it was like reassessing a lot of things, but then you didn't feel any movement with Mercury retrograde while Mars was conjuncting Saturn. I mean, there's a lot here, but even still, Page of Wands, there you go. Definitely new things happening. And I'm excited for you. And you're going to feel that. You're going to feel that you want to make these big changes in your life, okay? Because you got the Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. Hello, amazing. Especially with career. Like a lot of y'all could have big career moments and changes, especially when we get to like that full moon in Sagittarius. But let's see what's going on for you. So let's break it down week by week, Pisces. The first week of May. Right. So on May 2nd, Pluto will go retrograde. Now, Pluto goes retrograde until October 11th of this year. Now, this is going to be very interesting for you because what's really nice about Pluto going retrograde is that there's that intensity that Pluto brings, but it kind of just softens it a little bit, and it allows you to go within. Any retrograde really allows you to go within and explore, and even like, being in touch with your shadow side, exploring things that may have been challenging or even intense for you, and really coming to terms with it. It is going to be really nice. And it is, a lot of people associate Pluto in general, think about it as just having this big death and rebirth moment, this regenerative moment for you. A lot of people, what I was going to say is, a lot of people associate Pluto with like the phoenix rising from the ashes, but it really is more about this inner transformation. Okay, inner transformation, really being in touch with your authentic self as well. Now on the day after, May 3rd, I mean, Mars is sextiling Pluto. Hello, that's two of the most powerful planets so basically you see from the get-go in May, things are happening boom, 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 like right away. This is fearless energy. Mars sextiling Pluto, a harmonious aspect. It's like nothing can stop me now energy, go big or go home energy. This is Did you like Billy Elliot? You ever see that movie? That's, remember when the dad comes up in the gym when he was dancing, and then Billy Elliot like pauses for a little bit, but then he dances his heart out. I mean, this is very goal oriented. Okay, feeling that drive, like bring it home energy. Let that magic happen. Now, this aspect happens once a year. Okay, this is a once a year aspect. Take advantage. And again, you will see that this is a month where we're gonna have a lot of once a year aspects that just happen to be in May. Now, on May 6th, Sun sextiling Saturn. This is absolutely amazing. Remember, Saturn is in your sign. So this, Saturn being the planet of like hard knocks and responsibility and, making you work hard. It's sextiling the sun. So it's basically the sun is giving Saturn like this really fun little playful slap on the behind, like a sports game. It's just, it's a very harmonious aspect where you can start feeling like you're being recognized. You can start feeling like you're making a lot of progress in something. Even getting, support from authority figures, VIPs, whatnot. There's definitely really, really just feeling blessed in this area, especially when it comes to the work that you're doing. Okay. Now, this is the only time this is going to happen this year. All right. The Sun sextile Saturn, typically twice a year, but it's only happening once this year. So again, only once this year aspect. Now, May 7th, the day after, is when we have the new moon in Taurus. Now, like I said earlier, this is a very, very auspicious new moon. It's so, so nice. You have the sun, Venus, Jupiter, Uranus, all in Taurus at this point. So really, really, really nice. And again, it just has this harmonious aspect with Saturn at this time, coming right behind the Sun sextiling Saturn. Anyway, really, really nice. Again, this is in your third house of communication, of gaining knowledge and something new, starting something new in that capacity. Again, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors could be a big thing, especially because Jupiter's moving into Gemini in your fourth house. Yeah, so there's and even short distance travel, third house. Okay, so let's see what's going on for you. Again, it's a big week. Let's see what's going on for you, Pisces, for the first week of May. Oh, wow. You're not messing around. You're not messing around, and of course you're not. Look at your spread. You got the Emperor. I mean, you're good. You're absolutely good. This is someone who has a lot of power, a lot of authority. I mean, he lays down the laws. What's really interesting? Looking at what's happening, the Emperor is, he's the dad of tarot, right? The dad. But it's really interesting because the sun will sextile Saturn, and the sun, traditionally like represents the father. And so there could be something with like a father figure around this time, something with, or even like a parental role. But the Emperor is, again, someone who has not only like, is he really wise and has a lot of power, but people look up to him. People can be, he is not only the ruler of his kingdom, he's ruler of his own destiny. Okay. This is mastery of self. Like you really coming into your own and finding that inner power too. But this is really, really, really nice. And again, you could have like money things happening right away too. Especially with Mars and Aries. Remember Mars sextiling Pluto. And Mars is going to be in Aries all month long with your North Node in your second house. Okay. So the Emperor is Aries. That's why I bring that up. You see the rams in his throne too. So you're good. You're powerful. You're powerful. Now, second week of May is huge. There's so much happening. Well, actually, speaking of fathers, on May 12th, on Mother's Day, the moon will be at home in Cancer. Venus will be at home in Taurus. Really nice Mother's Day. One for the books. And May 13th, now on Monday, Sun conjuncting Uranus. This is absolutely amazing. This is where you could have a lot of unexpected, amazing news come out of nowhere. Okay. You could do something very surprising yourself. You could have brilliant ideas that come out of nowhere as well. Remember, this is the planet of surprises and whatnot. But in any case, I really like that sense of freedom that comes with the Sun conjuncting Uranus. Uranus also has that rebellious energy to it, but it's conjuncting the Sun. So there's almost like Well, the analogy I've been making in other for other signs is do you may not remember, but okay, so Sarah Jessica Parker was in a movie in the 80s called Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I don't know if you ever saw that movie, but if you saw that movie, you'll remember the parents were just like, you cannot enter that dance competition. And so she snuck out at night and she entered the dance competition and she won. Okay. So there you go. There you go. Sun conjuncting Uranus. And of course, we're going to talk about more in the weekly readings. But this is yet another once a year aspect that just happens to be in May. Okay. Now, the same day, Venus will sextile Saturn. So this is really nice. This is that really good for business, by the way. If you are here for work, okay. If you're here for work and career, really, really nice. Okay. Saturn is in it for the long haul. That's structure, stability. So Venus is also money. Remember, there could be something with money here. But love and relationships. This is that, true love energy. This is that true commitment energy. So I really, really love this day. Now on the 15th, May 15th, that's Wednesday, Mercury moves into Taurus. And so we've got 5 planets in Taurus for a week, okay? For a week. But Mercury in Taurus is very, very logic oriented, very practical, very pragmatic in the way that you're thinking, the way that you're communicating. We'll talk about that more in the weekly reading. It's going to be here all month long. Now, on the 17th, Mercury will square Pluto. Now, this is the only major square of the month. So do you see how this also just enhances the fact that May is the best month of 2024? And this one is, definitely going to be something more communication related. Remember, Mercury's moved into Taurus at this point. Pluto's in Aquarius, 2 fixed signs. So with this square, it could just be that you have a conversation that gets a little intense. You could be maybe even there could be like a authority figure or just a power trippy person around this time. But you could also, and I'm not saying any of this is going to happen, like the potential is there, but the other thing is like you could just do some really deep introspective thinking. And, I honestly think that it could work either way. There could be some things that you need to communicate that may be really hard, or you could just go really deep around this time. Either way, if you are, remember, Pluto is also empowerment. So use this day to feel really empowered. Now, on the 18th, the day after Sun conjuncting Jupiter. So here we are, luckiest day of the year, best luckiest day of the year. This is just really, it's all about optimism, happiness, enthusiasm, growth, expansion. I mean, this is really, really, really nice. Same day Venus is conjuncting Uranus. As I explained earlier, this is the one where, anything could happen. You can meet your soulmate. I mean, there's, remember Venus is money as well. There's so much money stuff happening for you, but this is just, and Venus is in its domicile in Taurus, like really amplifying this energy. It's just so, so nice. And then on the 19th, May 19th, now we're at Sunday, May 19th, the Sun sextiles Neptune. This is so dreamy. This is so nice. We'll talk about this more in the weekly reading, but this is, if you're an artist, this is your day. This is your day. This is also a lot of like compassion really heightened. Remember, Neptune's in your sign, okay? So you will definitely feel this. It's just such a beautiful day, okay? So let's see what's going on for you, all right? I'm about to get really comfortable with this one, with that day. Pisces, let's see what's going on for you for the second week, very loaded week, the second week of May. And you got the 7 of Cups. Okay, so there is definitely going to be some moments. Neptune, by the way, as you know, being very active, it does bring like a little bit of illusion, but it's more in sense of like use that energy to really go toward your intuition. Now, you did get the 7 of Cups. So this is just saying, just really know what you want. Just really, really know what you want. And it's going to require you to really go within. Okay. And I say that because, well, not only did you get, the High Priestess, the Hanged Man, the Justice, but 7 of Cups is attributed to Scorpio. All right. And Scorpio rules your 9th house of spirituality. All right. So there is going to be something where you can see all these cups being offered. So you could be getting a lot of different opportunities. There could be a lot of different paths that you see opening up for you as well. Okay. Second week of May. All right. And it's just a matter of knowing deep down in your soul, this is what I want. This is what I want. Instead of, this is where you could, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors on this card, but there's still opportunity. Okay. And so it's just making that decision on this is what I truly want. Okay. But you have to really trust your intuition and have that connection with your intuitive side to be able to make that decision. All right. So, really, 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 nice. And again, there's going to, I'll clarify that for you. How much time? Okay. Yeah. I'll clarify that one for you. Nine of Swords, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, the Tower. Okay, so the second week, something is okay. Okay, so you see what's happening here. You got the 9 of Swords leading up to the 10 of Swords, leading up to the 10 of Wands, leading up to the Tower. So you see, if you don't make that decision, if you're on the wrong path, it's going to be something you may regret. It could be really hard for you. It could feel very burdensome, but then it's still, and then you could have a Tower moment that's just like, okay, you're actually not on the right path. So the universe is like, we're going to put you on the right path. And it could be in a way where it's just like, okay, well, I didn't see that coming. So remember, this is all clarifying the 7 of Cups. So when I say really know what you want, because you could just take a longer road, okay, to getting there, a longer path to get to where you want. If you're not in touch with your intuition, it's clear as day here. It is clear as day here. Interesting. Okay. So, third week. Now, the third week of May, we kick it off on May 20th. Sun moves into Gemini. So we're officially in Gemini season. Okay. Now, so remember that, well, let me see. Okay. This is the week that every planet starts moving into Gemini in your 4th house. So you're going to have a lot of emphasis on your 4th house, which is, again, home-related matters, your domestic sector, family, children, parents, your significant other, real estate, things that have to do with home, okay? Really, really having a big like a shift, actually. And now on May 22nd, the sun will trine Pluto. So wow, this is really big. I want you to take advantage of this. This is really, really nice. This is major empowerment. This is, it's empowerment in this very profound way. There could be something very, very impactful that happens around this time where just like you feel this charge about you. This is when you could go really deep too. This is a time where you could go really deep as well. It's all about inner transformation at this point. Now on May 23rd, full moon in Sagittarius, again, something with career. This is in your 10th house of career. This is the same day Venus moves into Gemini. So a lot of social, you could find yourself being very social, but also like, thinking about things that have to do with home around this time in creative ways as well. Now, Venus conjuncting Jupiter. Again, this is the planet of love and money conjuncting the planet of luck. I mean, this is huge. The two benefics here, the two benefics that are getting together to, again, do something very special for you. Venus sextiling Neptune, so romantic, so imaginative, so a lot of passion around that. And then Jupiter sextiling Neptune, which again is something that hasn't happened in 4 years. And this is just so nice. It's like, I think I said it earlier, when you think of the word manifestation, this aspect comes to mind. Really manifesting your dreams and goals and, having faith that everything's working out for you. A lot of harmony around this. It's just such a spiritually moving aspect as well. Now on Saturday, May 25th, Jupiter moves into Gemini. So the first time in 12 years, this is going to be big. And even think back to 2012, 2013. Okay. You could have moved around that time. There could have been something really big that happened in terms of home around that time as well. Okay. Or family. All right. So something to, look back on. But, Jupiter and Gemini, everything's just you're going to see your world shifting. Everything's just going to be not only shifting, but expanding as well. Remember, this is just a lot of social energy, a lot of mental stimulation, a lot of curiosity, a lot of just doing new things, trying new things. All smarts here. This is book smart. This is street smart. This is smart. I say smart because you're going to see, and this is why it's good to trust your intuition, and it just being aware, when you see those synchronous, like the 1111s and all that, Jupiter in Gemini, Sun in Gemini, Venus in Gemini, all this in the sign of the twin. You will start seeing things come in twos. Okay. If you're single, maybe you'll have two suitors. If you are looking for new work, maybe you'll have two job offers. It's really like you have to be in touch with your intuition to see those things, but in this meaningful way. But you see at this point, we've got the Sun, Venus, and Jupiter in Gemini. Very social sign. And then Mercury will be Mercury's Gemini's ruler. Mercury's going to be joining in the beginning of June. It's like a Coachella concert. And then Venus trine Pluto that same day, okay, on May 25th, when Jupiter moves into Gemini, again, that's that like sexual energy, but passions and money could be a big thing around this time as well. So, oh, wow. That's a lot. Okay, Pisces, let's see what's going on for you for the third week of May. And you got the Five of Cups. Okay, so again, there may be something here very interesting, you getting the Five of Cups, because remember, you got the Seven of Cups. And so Seven of Cups and Five of Cups are both Scorpio cards. Remember, that is like, it's spirituality, for you. Spirituality is your belief system, it's the way you see things, it's your philosophies. It's also education, higher education. It's long distance travel, publishing, broadcasting. But there's something here that you may, again, well, actually, you know what? Let me just clarify that. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I didn't get an energy of that. Yeah, so there's something that you're gonna remember this. How I said earlier, there's something that you're gonna be letting go. There's that enthusiasm let go. There could be something like the third week where you're just like, oh, was that the right decision? Or should I have done that? And it could have been something that you may even be looking back to the past and it's like, oh. Because there's so much familiarity in the past and just looking back and just that's your comfort zone. But yeah, you got the Ace of Pentacles. So now it's just like with the Seven of Cups, Five of Cups, and then, Ace of Pentacles clarifying that. It does look like there's going to be something that you do and you change about yourself once you and it's something that could be, like, again, hard for you because remember, you also got the Eight of Cups here, but it's something that will have an emotional impact, but there is that sense of emotional healing afterward. But it's still, you see that you have the Ace of Pentacles clarifying it. So don't look to the past. Don't let your past dictate your present. Don't let your past dictate your future. Okay. And remember, there's some things that you've got to let go, and you may have a moment like, oh, I missed that, or oh, I really, really, that's where my heart is. But if you're looking at the past, you're not going to see this new path that's opening up for you, right? So remember to have that. It's really trusting your intuition. It really is trusting your intuition. Okay. Remember, Scorpio does, like I said, that's a Scorpio card too. It does rule your ninth house of spirituality. So really trust your intuition by the third week and you're going to be fine. Second week too. Okay. And you see that you're absolutely going to be fine. You have some new things coming through. That's your second ace. Ace of Pentacles is really grounding. It's really something that's rooting up for you. And remember, I said money could be a big thing for you right now. And there's this new path opening up, something that's really auspicious. And if not money, it's just something that in your physical world could come through. Something that you really, really find value in. Okay. Now, the last week, Pisces, you've got May 27th, Mercury sextiling Saturn. This is just, really maybe possibly having a conversation that's more about your future, long-term energy around this. Again, commitment energy around this as well. And then May 30th, Mercury conjuncting Uranus. So you see Mercury is very active. Mercury conjuncting Uranus. Yeah, you could hear news that you didn't, really nice, amazing news that you didn't see coming, that came out of nowhere. You could also be telling news, as in like telling your family, I just got a new job, or I just started my own business, or, it's a very, very nice day of like breakthrough and again, receiving just unexpected news going around. You could even just have some really creative moments, definitely some really big creative moments. I even wouldn't be surprised if you do have a contract. There's a contract that you're going to sign around this time. And Mercury conjuncting Uranus, by the way, it's the only time it's happening this year. Okay. Only time. it's happening this year. So you see that again, another once a year aspect. So let's see what's going on for you. All right, let's see what's going on for you for the last week of May. And you're good. You got everything happening for you. You've got the star. Everything is lining up for you. You have nothing to worry about. This is like, come on. This is healing. This is knowing. This is faith, having faith. Everything's working out for you. You see the stars aligning for you. A lot of healing, like I said earlier, but also wisdom, okay? Feeling a lot wiser after you spend all that time, like really going within. Remember, you have Pluto in Aquarius for 20 years in your 12th house, okay? And so this card is attributed to Aquarius, and you even see the water bear here. But the other thing is that it is a card where everything is starting to align. Your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. This is so nice. I don't know if I've pointed this out for y'all, but 2024 is the year of 8. Okay, 8 is all about prosperity, abundance. It's so nice. It's so nice. And you see it's card 17. Okay, so 1 7 equals 8. You see there's 8 stars. They're all 8 pointed. You're good. You're fine. You're good. You're absolutely good. The star coming after the Ace of Pentacles, you're really good. Just trust your intuition, okay? And I just don't think that you're going to have a hard time doing that, especially you already being so intuitive. But there is going to be a part of you, the fact that you have the High Priestess and the Hermit, but the Hermit in your challenge area, there is that possibility to have like that disconnect, okay? So that is likely why these 2 cards did come up. All right. So just always be trusting your intuition. You're gonna be fine. You have an amazing, you're good. You're good. You're good. Pisces, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. Next week, I won't be talking as fast as this, but there's a lot to cover. But next week, we will go deeper in a lot of these aspects. Okay. Thanks so much, Pisces. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.